Hello, Shelly Lamb, fiber artist from Art of the Hook and Needle, coming to you today with our first 2021 project that has been completed. I had purchased a crochet kit last year because it's only the 10th of this year, but it was in a box and I was ready to start the project and put some hats down. We've been working on a lot of hats lately and do the project. I wish I would have done it sooner because I'm actually in love with this particular pattern. Normally I do not do clothes because clothes it's hard to fit correctly or possibly change the pattern. But I do have to tell you that if you're just like me and you don't really attempt to do clothes that often, this particular pattern was written so that it can be easily changed to what you need it to be. And we'll talk about that when I show it to you. So what I chose was Granny Square. This is a Granny Square hooded vest, and I will put the link down below for the actual kit. And I chose that pattern because Granny Squares have been trending, and they've actually retro's been trending. The Granny Square design actually was in the Fall Fashion Week of 2019 and London Fashion Week in September of 2019 as well. Still trending though, still very, very current. And this is super cute because it is very casual and fun. The piece is actually versatile as well. It could go winter or fall. So the good news is that the pattern works up really quick. The bad news is there's a lot of hand work with this particular piece. I love the way that was written because I was actually able to change a couple of things. I like my pieces a little bit looser fitting. I wanted to make this more of a tunic. So, the way it was written, I was actually able to test it out, put it on, and add if I wanted to, and add to the length. The hood on top was optional, and I chose to actually do it just because I might in the winter wear it. Even in the summer nights, actually having it would be good too. So also the pockets were optional, and on the pockets what I did was the pockets were actually another granny square, and what I actually did was just a double crochet. And another change that I made to the pattern, just so you're aware, is I always do magic circles. I actually did a video on that just a week ago. And what happened though when I did that was I lost my gauge, and I actually had to increase by a row to make the gauge for each square to be the square width that it was supposed to be. So if you choose to do the magic circle, you're going to have to gauge and add an extra row. Or you could add over here and in the middle to add to that. Also, what I did with the pattern is, like I said earlier, I like the tunic look. So I was able to add to the bottom of the pattern and make it longer. So it looks, this is kind of like blocked looking, and I can't wait for you to see the pictures in the end because it's super cute. Then there was no finished edge on the pattern as well. So, after a couple days, I thought, I'm going to just add an edge, and what type of edge would I want? So what I did was I did a crab stitch edge, which is super fun, super easy. All the crab stitches is a single crochet in reverse order, then left to right instead of from left to right instead of right to left. So for those of you, there are several videos on the crab stitch out on YouTube if you want to pursue that. But also what I want to say, if you choose to do that, make sure that you choose the correct right side of your working work, so that because the crab stitch does change on the back side, on the wrong working side. So let's talk about the yarn. The yarn is, look at how cute that is. The yarn is Touch of Alpaca, and it is 10% alpaca and 90% acrylic. So what that means is you're going to have to wash cold and lay dry flat. Most of my pieces, like I talk about, I dry clean, so I will use dry out in the dryer and air fluff, just to keep the color and to make not lose its shape by just doing the air fluff. So I love the Lion Brand community. I love that these kits are easy, super simple. They give you everything you need. I have never gotten a kit where I didn't have enough yarn. And actually on this particular one, I actually had one additional roll left. Just because I had chose to do the colored, I chose a different color on my pockets, my optional pockets I did. So thank you for subscribing to Art of the Hook, and I'm so glad to share all of the projects we're working on. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. Oh, let me talk about the yarn too. It is warm and soft, and you can actually feel the alpaca. I know it's only 10%, but it is super warm and soft. So it was preemie to work on the hook, and this is considered a number 4. This particular color I chose was Dusty Blue, but I believe it comes in 8 different colors. And again, I'll link the crochet kit down at the bottom. And I hope that you also too decide to make the granny square vest. And look forward to seeing your designs on the page. Thank you.